Well, hello friends and family of the Storehouse, and to anybody else that has decided to join us together for a time of corporate prayer this evening. Just firstly want to say that this is the first corporate prayer time that we are going to be having where we're actually not meeting together in the same building. It's as a result of this lockdown that has been imposed on us, but I understand that people are gathering in their homes as families, and that some people are going to be making use of applications like Skype and Zoom to have little virtual prayer meetings around our area of prayer together. But whichever format you are using, pray together with faith, together with us as a church this evening. I want to take some time to explain a little bit about how we are going to give some structure to the prayer time. Well, firstly, we are going to be releasing this video so that there is some direction set. We are going to be praying into this pandemic because it has impacted the entire world at this time. And to give some structure to that, we are going to be sending out just various forms of media to help guide us through the prayer time. And so you will get this video. Secondly, you will get a link to a worship song. And that's essentially that we can gather together in our separate homes and worship God to the same song together at the beginning of this prayer time. That link will be followed by 4 separate voice notes. And each one of these voice notes will introduce a more specific area of prayer, and it will be followed by a introductory prayer as a part of that voice note. And at the end of that voice note, we would then ask you to spend about 8 to 12 minutes praying into that specific area before you move over to the next voice note. Just the 4 areas of direction that the voice notes will give. Firstly is we're going to be praying into what God is currently doing in His church. Secondly, we're going to pray into what God is currently doing in the world at the moment. And thirdly, we are going to be praying that an end comes to this virus and the destruction that it is bringing to the world and to people. And then fourthly, we're going to pray that at this time, in every nation of the world, that God would save sinners and reconcile people to Himself. Now, for us to pray effectively, we need to understand that God is mighty and powerful. Psalm 147 verse 5 says, "Great is our Lord and mighty in power." And so we're praying with an understanding that God is great, that He's mighty, and that He's powerful. And we need to understand that God's word has authority over this virus. And God is more powerful than this virus and the infectious nature of this virus. And as we pray, we need to understand that as we align our hearts with what God is doing in faith, we do that with an understanding that the church across the globe has a significant role to play in the outcome of this pandemic. And I would even say that the church has a greater role to play than even the governments of the world at this time. And so I trust that you will link your hearts to what God is doing, and with great faith this evening, pray in your various homes together with us as a church as we trust that God breaks into this world at this time.